Now, I'm going to explain the theory of rational choice, and I want you to listen very carefully. Please pay attention to what I'm saying now, please. Now, in the last slide, I asked the question, what is the rational choice of player A or rational choice in the state of anarchy? Please listen carefully. There are two choices for an A, for A. Confess or not confess, right? In each case, A has two situations. B confess, B not confess. In each case, in this case, B confesses, B not confesses. Right? And then in this case, A confesses, B confesses, A goes to prison for 5 years. A does not confess, B confesses, A goes to prison for 7 years. In this situation, when A confesses and B does not confess, A gets free, released right away, 0 year. A does not confess, B does not confess, A will go to prison for 6 months. 6 months. So in each case, A has to choose one from 5 or 7 years. In this case, B confesses. A has to choose either 5 years or 7 years. Obviously, 5 years is better than 7 years. Or, in this case, when B confesses, does not confess, free, 6 months in jail. Which is better? Free. So, choice of A is to a large extent determined by choice of B, not his own choice. Let me explain again, please. Let me explain again. There are two choices for A. Confess, not confess. In each case, there are two situations. B confesses, not confess. Right? In this case, A confesses, B confesses. A goes to prison for 5 years. In this case, A does not confess, B confesses, A goes to prison for 7 years. In this case, A confesses, B confesses, not confesses, A gets free, 0 year. In this case, both of them do not confess, A goes to prison 6 months. So A has to take the choice, either from 5 years or 7 years, or 0 year or 6 months. Obviously, 5 years better than 7 years, 0 year better than 6 months. So this is the choice A has to take. Then A confesses. In the real world, for example, a peace treaty or disarmament treaty is signed between country and B. Confess means defect or betray. And not confess means cooperation. Defect and cooperation. However, because of anarchy, they don't trust each other even after a peace treaty. Thus, both of them increase arms. Both of them choose to defect or betray because of the prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma. So, a rational choice for A is to defect. So during the Cold War period, the SALT II treaty was signed between the two superpowers, but the US could not trust the Soviet Union, and vice versa. The Soviet Union did not trust the US. So they kept increasing their weapons, nuclear weapons, because both of them were in the state of anarchy. Now, there are four choices for country A. DC. A defects, B cooperates. DC. And the opposite is the CD. A cooperates, D defects. DD is both defect. And CC is both cooperate. So what is the order of choice for country A? Obviously, in this situation, DC, A takes many advantage of B. A betrays, B cooperates. So A is taking advantage of B. CD is A is being taken advantage by B. B is taking advantage of A, CD. A is betrayed. Both of them, DD is both of them defect. CC means both of them cooperate. What is the order of choice for country A in the state of anarchy? Obviously, DC, right? I defect, I taking advantage of B. And CD is the last choice for A. Being betrayed is the last choice. And the order could be CC. Both cooperate and they can take advantage of each other. DD. It goes like this. DC, CC, DD, CD. That's the order of choice for country A. So in this context, choice of country A is in the state of anarchy shows the following order. DC, A's betrayal, cooperation of the both, defect by the both, and B's betrayal. So in the state of anarchy, my betrayal is much better than being betrayed, isn't it? Being betrayed. So CD is the worst case for A. Therefore, in order to not to be betrayed, both A and B defect all the time. That's the reality in the real world, in the state of anarchy. So you have to memorize the order. DC, CC, DD, CD. Please memorize this order. DC, CC, DD, CD. The fundamental question in international relations is how to achieve CC. How to achieve CC. This means that both countries cooperate. There are two theories on that question. First by realist, second by idealist. Realists claim that there must be a hegemonic country that punishes the deviators or defectors. Currently, the US is the hegemonic country. The US is doing the role of punishing the defectors. The US is punishing some countries which try to attempt to possess nuclear weapons. Iran, Iraq, and currently North Korea. So there must be a hegemonic country in order to achieve a CC in the state of anarchy in the real world. But in contrast, idealists focus on the voluntary cooperation out of sensitivity. I mentioned about sensitivity and explained about it before. Sensitivity of the mutual benefits, because in the situation of economic interdependence, countries become more sensitive to the mutual benefits out of cooperation. Sensitivity. Since the countries in this world have more benefits out of the free trade system, and they get sensitive to the benefits out of free trade. So they pay the voluntary cooperation through the many international organizations. People cooperate with the many international organizations, WTO, World Trade Organizations, or ILO, International Labor Organization, or IMF, International Monetary Fund, or World Bank, and etc., etc. So hegemonic country is not necessary. Probably hegemonic country could be a sufficient condition, but not necessary condition. So it's a really hard question to answer to this question in the contemporary world. How to achieve CC? How to achieve CC? Do we need a hegemonic country in order to punish the defectors? Or countries cooperate with each other because of the rising sensitivity? It's a really hard question to answer.